Okay, next, we'd like to welcome to talk about focusing on your strengths. Now you're going to notice there's a lot of overlap with some of these, and there's a reason. There's different perspectives and different angles with all these points that are so important to us. But of course, Bill and Elizabeth are doing it differently than most of you, and that's a great thing. And I wanted them to talk about that concept of focusing on your strengths. All right, so Bill and Elizabeth Keller, come on up.
Hey everybody. We love being up here. Focus on your strengths. Not every one of you has the same strength, right? Find your strength.
Yeah, Jason asked us to talk about being your best self. And we are honestly odd ducks in this company, and we know it. And we just wanted to share briefly, we've done a longer presentation before, but we just wanted to share a little bit about how working with who we are has worked for us. And we joined Thrive, that was a little over 5 years ago. It was 2013. And then a lot of crazy things happened. We lost our entire business. I had a stroke. Lots of things happened. And so we had been pretty successful doing what we called parties back then, and had done pretty well with it. But then life happened. And after some of the dust started settling, we sort of stumbled into a YouTube channel. And we didn't really realize it would grow. And then we honestly stumbled into people wanting to buy Thrive because they saw us using it, you know. And we say tiny house prepper, and we live in 250 square feet because that's what we had left after all the dust settled. But I love it there. And we believe it's important to be prepared for emergencies. That's why we first found Thrive Life, because we were so impressed with you guys. But that is our name, but we use Thrive all the time, and people see us in our videos just using Thrive, and so they became interested in it. And so, you know, we didn't realize this would build this way. And so, as of today, we have 53,000 subscribers. And, and so, after the first year, we had 247. You know, working it really hard. And this has been years of work. And, but anyway, that has become a pretty good you know, format for us to be able to show people Thrive. But, you know, we were good at tastings, but we sort of figured out and realized that we were really pretty good at YouTube videos. And so, and we enjoy it. And so it's important that, for us, that we've concentrated on what we're good at. And also, quite honestly, guys, YouTube's a different animal. And we post at least 4 videos every week. Once a month, we put something that has something about Thrive on it. And we usually lose at least 150 subscribers every time we mention anything about Thrive. People don't want an infomercial, but many people love seeing us cooking with it, and they're interested in it, and obviously are very happy to buy it and come back and keep buying. So, you know, it's you have to balance it. You balance it out. But when you find what you're good at, that's where you kind of need to focus your emotional energy and your time. And so, yes, our Thrive business requires a lot of time, you know, with trying very hard to train consultants, and we'll talk a little bit about that, and with trying to make sure we're there for customers. And everything that happens with us is online, so helping people with their online experience, you know, it takes a lot of time. But we can never lose sight of who we are, and that is actually YouTubers. And so even though we have to take good care of our Thrive business, we have to put hours and hours into making these videos. And they need to have variety in them, and they need to be honest and real. And, you know, I've loved what people have said about, you know, people aren't objects to make us money. They're human beings, and we need to be real and be trustworthy. And we have to interact with comments all the time. And these people think they know us. I mean, you know, they've watched our lives, but I want them to know that every one of them is important. And I had a lady flip out because she just saw us at the San Francisco airport. We live by Newark. But what a blessing, I guess, to be in a position to hug this lady and help her feel that she's so important. And she is. She's absolutely as important as we'll ever be. So one of the things that had to happen is that we had to realize that this sort of thing that was happening, we had to shift our gears and say, you know what? This is something we have to treat seriously and treat it as a business and put the investment of time and effort into this with YouTube and with our Thrive business. We had to really shift gears. And Bill was driving a truck 70 hours a week, and semi-truck, and he is now able to be home. I'm so grateful for that. So we are basically constantly learning. I want to read this because it's better the way I wrote it than I'll say it. We have to ask questions all the time, try new ideas, make mistakes, tweak things, and never give up. But I'm beyond grateful for what the difference this company has made in our life.
She mentioned that every time we put up a Thrive video once a month, we lose 150 subscribers, and that's true, because people don't want to see infomercials. But to put that in balance, we gain about 1,500 new subscribers every month. So I don't mind losing 150, especially because every time we put up a new video, a Thrive video, we will sponsor 2 or 3, 4 people and get half a dozen or a dozen new deliveries, customers. So everything in perspective, right?
I just want you to know why we don't push Thrive.
Yeah, if we would do too many videos, Thrive videos, we would lose subscribers like crazy. So it's a balancing act. Know your audience, right?
Yes.
So anyway, how many of you out there like to stand up here and speak? There's a few. How many of you would hyperventilate if you knew you had to be up here? Well, I need everybody's attention now, right here, okay? Thank you. I love attention.
He's so serious. He's the cornball.
But I love public speaking. I do. I love being up here. I've done some preaching. I've done some teaching seminars. I was a trombone player in the Army band for 24 years, and I performed all over the world. I absolutely love it being up here. But you might not know it, but I'm actually a pretty serious introvert. And you might think, well, how do they don't go together, right? Well, see, when I'm up here, I don't have to talk to people. That's true. Now, I don't have any trouble talking to you guys because you're all my warm market, my friends. It's the cold market, it's the cold contacts that I just start to shake if I think I have to go and talk to somebody. And so once we discovered YouTube, I am not at all intimidated by being in front of the camera. Many people are, but I'm not. So we started concentrating on that, and we discovered that's my strength. That's her strength too. Both of us are teachers by nature. We love to teach. And so we're concentrating on that, doing the YouTube videos, and almost everything we do on YouTube has something to do with teaching. Either teaching about prepping or cooking with Thrive, or teaching how to get out of debt, or teaching how to prep, or teaching how to downsize. That's just who we are. So we have found our strength, and we've focused in on that, and used that as our platform to be able to sell Thrive and make a good income. So you have, as a consultant, you have 2 jobs to do. One is to discover your strength and build your business based on your strength. Don't try to force it into something that's not you, because it won't work. But then even beyond that, I love what Tricia was saying about, building this way, not this way. Concentrate on working with your team to help them find their strength to build their business. Because what is duplication all about? Duplication is being able to teach someone else what you're doing. But if their strength is not in what I can do, I can't teach them to duplicate me building a YouTube channel. I have to figure out what their strength is and help them build their business based on their strength. So discover your own strengths within you, and then work hard on discovering the strengths of your team and help them build based on their strengths rather than on your own.
And anyway, and think about what he just said. I'm so grateful that he's on the phone 75 hours a day. But yeah. No, I'm a music teacher. I'm a math teacher, right? No, but this has worked out so that now when he's encountering people, everybody's warm because they feel like they know us and they are reaching out. So that has been perfect in our situation.
I am very difficult on the phone, but when people call me and they say, I've been watching your videos for years and I know you don't know me, but I feel like you're family because they know me because of my videos, it's suddenly a warm contact, not a cold contact. I've created a warm market and I do very well in that.
Yeah. And we do want to let you guys know, we're always happy to help people know more about how YouTube works. It's not easy, but Bill has a 12 video series that he made, all the ins and outs of working with YouTube. And we're Tiny House Prepper, and if you ever would want more information, that we've tried to put every resource we can think of up there on playlists to try to get really good. He likes to teach, and it's very detailed information. So I wanted to let you know. This is my story. I'll just do it quickly here. But, wow, is that really bright? I'm not blurry. But, wow. I don't do that when I'm singing. Anyway, I taught music for well over 30 years. Taught piano, vocals, taught in school a little bit, but mainly taught at the studio full time. And then I had a stroke. And I have all the music, but I just don't have the endurance anymore. But anyway, in all of those years, because I had a nursing background, I got, especially this one studio, I was there for 12 years. If anyone came in with any special situation, some kind of a disability, or occasionally like sky high, they should make a video about the genius level, they sent it to me because I took all the interesting situations. And I've had people that were told, you'll never be able to learn. And you know what, I'll tell you honestly, in 30 plus years, I have never ever found a student who couldn't learn enough to get to where they could enjoy playing or enjoy singing if they wanted to. Never. That's true. And what has to happen is that I could not teach on my agenda. I could not stick to my formula. Every unique person, I had to do what we talked about in these seminars. Observe, listen, get to know them. Because as long as I was willing to find a way to make them successful, if they wanted to do it, they were successful. And so I really want us to apply that in our businesses. Bill and I can't duplicate people exactly like us very easily, but we're working so hard with other people helping us with resources to make sure that we find out what our consultants need, because they may not end up with a YouTube channel, and I have no idea what's going to happen with this eventually, but they can duplicate being successful. And so, that's it.
Well, as I've gotten to get to know the Kellers more over the last couple of years, I've noticed something, and that's why we wanted to talk about this, is although they might approach the business different or be in a different, have a different lifestyle or a different stage in life or whatever it is, have you noticed how they can connect with people? And I think a lot of it is this point that, Elizabeth was just talking about. They've found their own strengths, but they do a very good job of seeing strengths in other people and noticing qualities in other people, and extremely kind. And have you noticed that? And so that's a huge part of not just recognize your own strengths, but recognizing other strengths and building on that. And that's what they do. And that genuineness, I think we can all feel. So thank you for sharing those great thoughts. Well, Okay, our next one is